Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon OmegaRuby. I'm your host, PokeGamer. In the last episode, we beat the first gym, which was the Rustboro City gym. Then we had to kind of fend off Team Magma again because they stole the goods, and they also kind of tried to kidnap Mr. Briny's Pico, I think his name was. So yeah, we kind of resolved that situation, and now we're going to be making our way back to Dewford because we obviously need to help return the goods. And then we're going to be making our way onto the next town, which is Dewford Town, and yeah, we're going to be getting pretty much everything done there except for the gym today. We'll be able to get started immediately on the gym as of tomorrow, and yeah, also I probably should have done this before, but I'm pretty sure I need to like do some off-screen training a little bit just to get their levels up to maybe around 16 or so, just like the Marshtomp is. But I mean, that's just my opinion on it, I guess. I mean, whatever. It's not exactly necessary, but it's something that I kind of prefer. So, because the next gym's levels are around 16 to 19, so you just kind of want to make sure your levels are pretty, decent. Later down the line, we're probably going to replace Zigzagoon, by the way. It's going to be here for quite some time, but it's going to probably get replaced later down the line for another Pokemon, at least, and it's going to cover a huge majority of our HMs. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing in regards to Fly, but we'll have to figure out that as we go along, I suppose, because my ideal team is subject to change still, considering we still have 3 slots left. And obviously I do want to keep using the Beldum, despite the fact that it can stop listening to me all the way up until the last gym, but I mean, I don't know. Like everything else, everything seems to be kind of set. So, but anyways, I guess I can mention this. And by the way, fuck Japan. 2 special event distributions were announced today for Japan to celebrate the grand finale of the current Pokemon Center in Tokyo. Before a new one, Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo, opens later this month. 2 event Pokemon are to be distributed at the Pokemon Center Tokyo this weekend. The first will be on this Saturday, December 6th, and will offer a level 7 Piplup for download. Then on Sunday, December 7th, a special level 7 Froakie will be available. So they get 2 really cool free Pokemon. You know, I don't want to spoil much because, I mean, like, starters kind of have a little bit of appearance in this game, but like still, I mean, Japan's getting all these events and we don't get a single one really. I mean, we have the Beldum event, sure, yay, hooray, it's a free shiny, right? But like, why is it that Japan gets all these weird fucking events and we just don't ever see them really? I don't know. It just seems weird to me that they always give them the events but not us. So I don't know. But whatever, that's something that you in Japan can get if you, you know. So, I mean, there's that. Another cool thing that I should mention in regards to Serebii, they've updated their Generation 6 moveset calculator, apparently, to include the OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire level up and move tutor moves. So you can kind of get a good idea as, like, what you might want to have, like, what Pokemon you might want to have, depending on, like, what moveset you might want on a Pokemon. So that's kind of cool. It's actually kind of how I found my replacement for Zigzagoon later down the line, because Zigzagoon gets pretty much everything that this other Pokemon gets when we get around to it, and it's gonna be a ways off, near pretty much around like this, I think the 7th gym. So it's still gonna be a little while before we replace Zigzagoon, and by that time it'll be a Linoon, I suppose. But either way, I mean, still, it's going to be better than what we have now, pretty much, because it'll get a move that Linoon will not be able to get, and obviously it's going to be beneficial for us to have that new move whenever we get around to that part of the game, of course. Anyways, now that we're heading back into the Petalburg Woods, as you remember, there is a cuttable tree here, so we're going to go ahead and do that as well. There's a few items that you can pick up along the way, and there's an NPC that you can talk to that gives you a Miracle Seed, which would be this NPC right here. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Free item, I suppose. I mean, can't really complain about that. And then of course there's grass over here as well, because I mean, it is Petalburg Woods, there's obviously grass here. But I mean, you can also pick up a Great Ball, and I believe that there's a Super Repel that you can pick up as well, which I end up using later down the line, by the way. And I believe that's like the last item that you can get here, something like that. Or no, it's X Attack. I think we pick up a Super Repel somewhere else. I don't really remember. I know we get one somewhere, but I don't remember where at exactly. I don't know why I talked to him. We already talked to him. But whatever. Considering Mr. Briney's house is over here, I don't remember like how far down that other path goes, but either way, it's whatever. Just come out here and just get into this house, and then you can talk to Mr. Briney, who will take you to Dewford. Of course, I end up like they have this worded weird. I'm off right now because I woke up not long ago. He asks if you want to go to Dewford, so certainly or whatever, and then like the first choice is actually that you don't want to go. So I don't understand why it's like that, but either way, whenever you choose to go to Dewford, you get this breathtaking little cutscene, which is really cool. So I mean, it's a little cool cutscene that they have. It's a lot prettier than it was in Generation 3, to be honest. Though it's kind of great whenever you just watch the boat suddenly go extremely fast in Generation 3, and just like 2 seconds later you're in Dewford, when it seems like it might actually take a lot longer to get there. But I mean, either way, I'm sure no one's complaining about it. But I mean, anyways, you talk to this guy, you say yes, and you happen to get an old rod for what it's worth. I mean, for the most part, all you're gonna ever really catch is fucking magic heart. But at least I think that's what the majority is for the old rod in this game. Obviously, there's a lot of other like really low-level Pokemon or low fish types, or fish types, like fish type of Pokemon, so to speak. Things like Basculin probably in the post game. I actually have no idea. You could probably get it with, or Feebas with it whenever you get to that one point in the game. I remember the route number, but you could probably get it there with the old rod as well. Because I think I've seen a few tutorials saying it doesn't matter what rod it is. You can just get it at different levels with, you know, depending on the rod, of course. This guy, if you talk to him, he'll be like, oh, hey, this is really cool, and it's cool where you're from too, right? You either say yes, and then it stays the same phrase, or you say no, and you can create your own phrase. In Generation 3, everyone thought that the phrase had determined like which tiles that Feebas would actually appear on. I don't believe that's ever going to be the case again. I don't know what function it really has in this game. But yeah, just something to kind of cover. Another thing I feel like mentioning, because I'm sure a lot of people already know about the legendaries that you can get in this game. I mean, they were through a lot of the trailers and whatnot, so I'm just going to kind of cover it. In regards to the whole shiny thing, Serebii's updated its page with Pokemon that can and cannot be shiny, of course. So when it comes to OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire, the only things that are currently, Serebii has this as still under testing. The only ones that are currently unknown as to whether or not you can obtain them as shiny or not is Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, and Deoxys. So I mean, like any other possible legendaries in the game that you can get are all available as shiny, which is really cool. That means Zekrom, Reshiram, that means Cresselia, Heatran, the 3 Pixies, Mesprit, Azulf, and Uxie, the 3 Musketeers, Cavalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. Stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty cool that you can get a lot of like really good legendaries as shinies. Obviously Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus are all available as shiny because they were priorly, you know, available as such. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that you can get a lot of this stuff shiny now. It'd be kind of cool if there was like an actual way of getting something like Zygarde or something as shiny in like OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire, but they're obviously not a part of this game, so I mean, you're kind of stuck getting them without, you know, unless you want to be that cheating guy and just power save them as shinies, but I mean, really? Though, to be fair, I actually do like the Xerneas and Yveltal shinies. Zygarde's actually kind of cool too, but I mean, one thing I don't understand regarding the shiny lock thing though, why the hell was Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno a shiny lock? Same with Mewtwo for that matter. I mean, they're not necessarily a part of the story. The 3 legendary birds would just randomly appear, and after, like, I think it was 11 appearances, they would appear in the Sea Spirit's Den, and the second you walked in there, you were just attacked by them, and, like, really? Like, you couldn't just save outside of the cave, walk in, encounter it, and if it wasn't a shiny, just stop for a second, get in, like, until you got one? Like, I don't understand the problem with having them available as shinies whenever they were priorly available as shinies in basically every game that you could get them in.
So I don't understand why that's like that. Same kind of applies to Mewtwo. I don't know when he was like last shiny lock before X and Y, but I mean, and I don't count events, by the way. I'm pretty sure that the last time he was available in game was HeartGold, Soul Silver, and you can get it shiny there. So I don't understand like why they made some of the legendaries just not shiny or available as shiny. You know, I don't understand why they didn't do that. But I guess this is just, you know, me being kind of like a shiny hunter, kind of complaining about it. But by the way, fuck Truant, and pardon language if you don't really like me using it, but just saying, it's kind of annoying. Okay, I forgot that I had Trace, and it just copied Truant, and then it's like, oh, well, I can kill it with a Confusion now, because, you know, damage range, but apparently not. So, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Baby Doll Eyes is a priority move that reduces attack, which isn't bad, but obviously we're not going to need it. So, I mean, it's just going to be there for an HM slave. It's literally going to lose all of its moves in favor of HMs. And I'm going to use an Oran Berry here just to get some slight health on it, because, you know, this is what I kind of meant by needing to level up. A lot of the like Pokemon that the trainers out here have are about the same level as my Ralts and my Beldum, but like I kind of want to be slightly above that, and as a result I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of off-screen leveling, but that's not a big deal. It shouldn't take me that long. I mean, if I need to, I can assist myself with O-Powers from one of my other games, considering, you know, I have like all the copies of the game. I have OmegaRuby, I have AlphaSapphire, I have X and Y, so I mean, if I really want to, I can do that, but it's not really necessary. EXP share and all. At least, you know, Tentacle is manageable considering weak to Psychic, so I mean, it's cool. And we get a crit, which is completely unnecessary, but whatever, I'm not really complaining. The Ralts finally hits level 14, and when it does, it gets the move Lucky Chant, which we're not going to be teaching, of course, because it's not really necessary. But, I mean, whatever, you can't really complain, I guess. It's a new move, but not something that we're going to be actually using. I can't remember when it gets Draining Kiss. I believe it's supposed to be like 16 or something like that. I guess not. It might be higher than that. It might be like in the 20s or something. I don't really remember. But all I know is that it does get Draining Kiss. But I mean, if we don't get it now, then we'll get it later, and it's still a very good move to have just for health recovery and a decent special attacking fairy move. So, and of course, Flash has always been in this cave. It always will be. I'm pretty sure there's no reason to take it anywhere otherwise. Even though there's really like, I don't think there's anything in here that we can really use Flash on. But I don't know, maybe lower level whenever you have to have the Mach Bite, because you obviously can't get up that one area there without having the Mach Bite, which we'll probably get like, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes from now. So, and obviously now we can kind of just do whatever we need to do here. But there's not much that we can really do for the rest of the day. Pretty sure that the only thing left is the gym, of course. So I mean, I just kind of want to heal and make sure that we have, you know, full health and all that other happy crap. Because, you know, we're going to obviously start in the gym in the next episode. Like I just said, in the next episode what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking on the Dewford City Gym, going back into the Dewford Cave, do what we need to do there, and obviously deliver the letter to Steven, and hopefully we can get to Slateport as well, and progress even further through the story. And hopefully I'll be leveled more as well in the next episode as well. So anyways, be sure to stay tuned for that, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.